In the year 1600, the Ottoman Empire looked unstoppable. It ruled three continents, commanded the Mediterranean, and humbled kings. Its sultans were called caliphs, emperors, and conquerors in one. But by the 1700s, this giant had stopped growing. So why did the empire that stormed Vienna and toppled Byzantium suddenly stall? When Suleiman the Magnificent died in 1566, he left behind a vast empire at its peak, but his son Selim II and his grandson Murad III faced internal decline. By 1600, the empire was still vast, but cracks were forming, and the bureaucracy grew corrupt, provincial governors ignored orders, and sultans were increasingly chosen for birth, not brilliance. With young sultans like Ahmed I on the throne, palace women filled the power vacuum. His mother, Handan Sultan, and later Qasim Sultan, ruled from behind the curtain. This period, the Sultanate of Women, saw political brilliance but also deadly rivalries. Meanwhile, janissaries and court elites schemed, deposing sultans like Mustafa I and manipulating others. The empire was rich but rudderless. From 1603 to 18, the Ottomans fought the Safavid Empire in a brutal, exclusive war. Sultan Ahmed I, better known for building the Blue Mosque, oversaw a fragile peace before dying young. His successors, Osman II and Murad IV, faced more chaos than conquest. In 1622, Osman II tried to reform the Janissaries, but they responded by killing him. Only Murad IV, at age 11, would later crush corruption with violence, personally leading armies to victory in the 1639 Battle of Baghdad, reclaiming territory from Persia. But even he couldn't fix the system. While the Ottomans turned inward, Europe moved forward. New World silver flooded markets. Science, banking, and trade transformed European economies. The Ottomans, still reliant on land tolls and outdated taxes. Inflation exploded, soldiers went unpaid, and bribes became standard. By the mid-1600s, they were falling behind technologically, economically, and militarily. Then Anatolia erupted in chaos. From the 1590s through the 1650s, peasants, bandits, and ex-janissaries joined the Gilali rebellions. These weren't distant uprisings, they happened in the empire's heart. Corruption, famine, and economic failure fueled rage, and the central government struggled to reassert control, even under capable sultans like Murad IV and Köprülü Mehmet Pasha, a reformist grand vizier who led hard-line crackdowns. In 1683, the Ottomans launched one last bid for glory, led by Grand Vizier Mustafa Pasha under Sultan Mehmed IV. They marched on Vienna, but the siege failed spectacularly. A Christian coalition led by Poland's king Jan Sobieski crushed the Ottoman forces in a decisive battle. Tens of thousands died. The Ottomans retreated in chaos. It was more than a military loss. It shattered their aura of invincibility. 16 years of war followed Vienna's defeat. In 1699, the Ottomans signed the Treaty of Karlowitz. They lost Hungary, Transylvania, and much of the Balkans to Austria and its allies. The empire, once expanding for centuries, was now shrinking, and for the first time, Europe dedicated terms to the once dominant sultans. From the 1600s to the 1700s, the Ottomans still looked mighty on paper, but inside, they were cracking.